Hello Internet, and welcome to yet another TDX theory, the show where the TDX lore just expands more and more. And I'm finally getting around to talking about what happened at the beginning of the whole story. About a virus that spread nationwide to infect humanity, and who started it. Okay, so blah blah blah, we all know that TDX takes place after tower battles, so the start of the story takes place somewhere in tower battles. Now, in the tower battles lore, or should I say in the game functionality, there's this secret wave called wave 00000000 that has a small chance of happening after beating wave 40. In this wave, there are a bunch of unique enemies, but there are 3 enemies that interest me the most, which are the enemies M, J, and Patient Zero. Yes, those are the real names. By the way, I'm going to be calling wave 00000000 just wave 0 because it takes way too long to say. Now, what is the significance of this secret wave? Well, in an old Roblox book detailing about various Roblox games, there's a page dedicated to tower battles talking about the game and how to play it. But on the last line of text in the book, it says that according to Planet Earth, aka the creator of tower battles, that there's a hidden wave of enemies that come after you beat the game, aka Wave 0, and that it reveals some lore about who Patient Zero is. Now, who is this Patient Zero and what is the significance? Well, it is presumed that as its name suggests, Patient Zero is the first ever zombie created and he was the one to spread a zombie virus to everyone else. On his wave debut on Wave 0, he is also accompanied by 2 other enemies named M and J. And who are these exactly? Well, I believe these to be Dr. M and Dr. Xenon. Sure, the M enemy could be a name for Dr. M, but for the J enemy, we don't know exactly if it is Dr. Xenon or not. Now, these 2 enemies have lab coats with masks, which probably means that they were the ones who experimented on Patient Zero, which caused them to turn into a zombie. They also probably could not restrain Patient Zero, which led to both of them to turn into being infected by the virus. From this, the virus spread to the entire world, and one of the clues that we have of this is the map Apocalypse. Before I talk about the details in Apocalypse, I'd like to point out that the things that I'm about to show reference the game Left 4 Dead, but it could tie into some details in TDX. So, around the Apocalypse map, we can see a bunch of posters about what to do in case of an infection or where to evacuate to. The name of this infection is called the Green Flu, aka the infection from Left 4 Dead. Most of these posters show that all the evacuation centers have been raided by the infected, and that there is no safe place to be. Looking at the buildings, we can see the word help, with some signal flares as if people were signaling for help. We can also see that the stairs leading up to the roof have been barricaded. So, for all we know, most of the zombies attacked in the map Apocalypse. Okay, so back to my point about M and J. If they are really Dr. M and Dr. Xenon, why would they be infected in the past and not infected in the future? Well, I think it is because someone, which we don't know who, already found a cure to the virus, and the cure was obviously used on M and J to turn back to normal. Now, in TDX, what are Dr. Xenon and Dr. M doing exactly? Well, I think that with their past knowledge, they have started creating or have already created the same virus that they have made in the past and are using it to make a zombie army to fight the GDA. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this theory about the start of the outbreak. And always remember, that's just a theory. A game theory.
Connection reestablished. The day-to-day is, and our 2 head lab scientists, Dr. and Dr. will be conducting their test on the green flu on our first test subject, Patient Zero. You will now start the process. Quickly, evacuate the building. Evacuate. 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 End of transmission.